there is a general theory, there is a general idea, maybe Luca wants to help me with that, suggesting that the Italian system and the English one, how many of you are actually English or Irish citizens? We have, a large majority there. There is a general idea that the Italian system, the civil law system, and the common law system, the one used in the UK, are substantially different. It is true that there are significant differences, and I mean, we will highlight them during this little chat. But you will see, you will understand after a little while that the differences are actually smaller than you would imagine and believe. I will not hide that this topic is extremely technical and complicated, so I will try my very best, to address it in a simple way, and I will try to avoid technicalities that are not actually helpful in order to explain this topic. As a general point of view, I would assume many of you are either resident in this country or own a property in this country. The general legal principle under civil law is different from the one under common law. The principle adopted by the Italian legislator is the principle of unity of succession. While in the UK you would have the principle of scission of succession. What does it mean? In terms of Italian law, if you own a property in Italy and you are not an Italian national, the Italian system says, okay, the law of the nationality of the testator will apply. Okay? So, assuming we are talking about a British citizen, we will apply the principles of UK law. The principles of UK law, as I just said, are the principle of scission of inheritance. So the scission refers to movable goods and immovable goods. According to UK law, you would have the movable goods to be regulated under the law of the domicile of the testator. Okay? The domicile is obviously the place where the most important interest, professional interest, economic interests would be. So, in your specific case, many of you would have a domicile in the UK and would probably own a property in Italy. According to UK law, you will have UK inheritance law applying for movable goods, and the so-called lex recite, as they say in Latin, which means the law of the site where the property is. So if you own a property in Italy, then you would have Italian law applying. What would be the substantial difference? I mean, what is the aim, what is the significance of succession law in general terms? It has, two main purposes, two main means. One of them is economic, obviously giving you the possibility to dispose of your assets, after death. But I mean, it could be also of different kind of rights. I mean, in a will, for example, you might also wish to recognize a legitimate child. Under Italian law, one of the aspects that the Italian legislator considers to be significant is the protection of the family. So, according to Italian law, you do not have the possibility to exclude entirely from your will some close members of your family. Okay? As I said, what is crucial, what is essential about the Italian succession law, and it's only a wrong assumption that under UK law this does not exist, is the protection of some members of the family. They are defined in Italian law as forced heirs. Why forced heirs? Because they cannot be entirely excluded from an Italian will. Who would be these people? I mean, it's very simple. It would be your direct descendants, your direct ascendants, and your spouse. Okay? To these members of your family, the Italian law recognizes a part of your Italian assets that is defined in Italian as legittima. It's basically a reserved quote. Many of you who believe that in the UK, I mean, this is not the case. You have full freedom to, to decide whatever you want about your assets. This is not the case. I will recall your attention to the Inheritance Act from 1975, which clearly states that you will have to take responsibility in your wills concerning the so-called dependents. If you have close members of your families who are actually dependent somehow on you, they will have to be taken in consideration in your will. If this is not the case, then it will be up to the court to decide what share of your assets these members of your family will be entitled to. So what is actually the essential difference? According to the UK law, it will be the court deciding. According to Italian law, and this is the essential basic difference, it's the law deciding, okay? Luca, puoi scendere un po' per favore?